Good morning. So we're going to start our Wednesday practice. On Wednesdays, we work on the core and back. Let's just, as every morning, start with a bit of that structure so the mind gets into that relaxing position, relaxing state a little bit easier. First, we stretch the body in whichever way feels good. And try to do that. Try to do each time the movements that you think your body would benefit from, instead of just doing always the same. Good, and then place the hands on your knees, relax the shoulders, and start aligning the spine. Bringing the stomach in, the chest towards the spine, and close your eyes. Find that stretch also on the neck by lifting from the top of the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Relax the jaw and bring the gaze up towards that third eye. Try to remember to do this every time when we close our eyes. And we start breathing consciously, noticing where is that breathing happening. Perhaps also noticing the temperature as it comes in and out through the nose. Cold as we inhale, exhaling as warm as we exhale. And if you feel any tension around the spine, around the neck, now is the time to let go, to relax, to soften. And then place the right hand on the belly, the left hand on the chest. And let's practice some full yogic breath. Inhaling through the belly first, then the chest, and then exhaling chest and the belly. And it's only when the breathing becomes longer that we introduce also the clavicular. 3 parts, 3 types of breathing combined into one, smoothly joined together. You can count your breaths if you feel that that helps to keep your mind one pointed. Directed just to one thing, whether it's the breath or the counts. And then with the next inhalation, bring the palms together in Anjali Mudra, bringing the elbows to the sides, activating shoulders, arms, up, back, chest. Focusing on the heart center. And remember, where attention goes, energy flows. So if we're focusing on the heart, we activate in that area. And then we activate the third eye, as we've been doing by bringing the gaze up. Visualizing that connection between those 2 points, those 2 chakras, energetic points. Now we start with a gratitude practice. 2 new things to choose to say thank you for. And then set your intentions for this practice and your intentions for today. Next inhalation, raise the palms up, chin up, head back. Exhaling, lowering down all the way until the rest on your laps, chin to chest, relax the shoulders. Deep breath in and out. And then with a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. We're going to do some simple movement of the spine, uncross and cross the legs on the other way to find that balance, the same flexibility on the ankles and the hips. Good, and then lean slightly forward, but not much, just until you find that the spine is straight. If when you are sitting upright, you feel that the tailbone is going out and there's an arch on the spine, because we're going to be moving the spine, perhaps it's better to just lean forward. We're going to be moving as much as possible as we raise the arms up. So bring the chin down, relax the shoulders, keep the spine straight, inhaling, bring the arms all the way up, tilt the palms up, the chest forward, the tailbone back, look up. And then exhaling, lowering down, and start straightening the spine, chin down, stomach in. And again, inhaling, bring them up. Exhaling, lowering down, squeezing the abdomen, keeping the spine straight. 3 more, inhaling up. Exhaling, lowering down. Good, inhaling up. Exhaling down. And again, inhaling up. And exhaling down. Good, and then bring the legs into a comfortable position for you to twist. Sometimes when we have the legs crossed, then as we twist, it's a little bit more difficult. So if you need to place something under the hips, do so, but we want to dip on the hips as much as possible. So bring the right hand on the left knee, use the strength of the arm to pull yourself, focus on the hip, bringing the stomach in, and then focus on the shoulders. Bringing that hand around the waist with the back of the hand, or reaching up on the top of the thigh if it gets to that point. And even though we're using the hand to pull yourself, try to keep the knee down. Breathe deeply, even though it feels quite restricted because of the twist. Breathing a little bit easier with the left lung. And then inhaling, come back to the center. Bring the arms all the way up. And then exhaling, lowering down. Bring the left hand on the right knee. And then the hand around. See if you can reach to the top of the thigh. Bring the chin down. And use that arm to bend the elbow and help on the twist. Making sure there's no tension on the neck. Relax the jaw. And the next inhalation, unwind the arms, bring them all the way up. And exhaling, lowering down. Okay, and then stretch the legs. Stretch them all the way. Bounce, shake, move your toes. Good, and then we're gonna lay down. We're gonna bend the knees, align with the knees, shoulders width apart. Bridge breathing or Setu Bandhasana breathing first. Make sure the shoulders and the shoulder blades are quite away, pressing down on the mat, the core active, pressing down with the lower back. The toes also active, pressing down and activating the thighs already. And inhaling, bringing the hips high, chin to the chest, squeezing the buttocks when you're up, and then exhaling, lowering down. Good, and then inhaling, come up. Nikki, you focus more on the thighs and the buttocks, not so much on the core. Making sure the knees keep hip width apart, inhaling, come up. And exhaling, rounding the spine to bring vertebra by vertebra as you lower down. Without relaxing the hips, inhaling, coming up. And exhaling, lowering down. Again, inhaling up. And exhaling down. And now we bring the knees to the chest and arms in T-shape, rock side to side. Good, and then we're going to bring the knees towards the right. We're going to do a side twist. Keep the knees as high as you can, holding with the right hand and looking towards the left. Stretch the arm, palm down, pressing down with the shoulders, shoulder blades on the mat. Feeling the twist. Next inhalation, come back to the center and exhale in the other side. And then just hold. Press down with the opposite shoulder. Next inhalation, come back to the center. Good, and then roll on the right side. Support the neck. Align the hips and the knees. And stretch the top leg. Inhale and bring it up. Working more on the side abdominal muscles. Exhaling, flexing the ankle and lowering down. So the leg is active at all times and the buttocks as well. Inhaling, point. Exhaling, flexing. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Good, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Remember, if there's any discomfort on the hip that is resting down, then you just lean forward gently. Exhaling down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good, and one more. Inhale. And exhale. Good, bend the knee. Push yourself up. I'm going to do the other side. Support the head. Support yourself, making sure that you can lean forward. Stretch leg that is on the top. And inhaling, coming up with toes pointing. Exhaling, flexing and lowering. Inhaling, point. Exhaling, flex. Inhaling, lift up. Exhaling, lower down. Inhaling, exhaling. And last time, inhale and exhale. Good, and then come up. And then make yourself going towards tabletop. Hands aligned with the shoulders. Knees aligned with the hips. Stomach in. And then tuck the toes under. We're coming towards downward facing dog. bend the knees one at a time so we can feel comfortable as we stretch the legs. Although we're not going to hold the downward facing dog now, we're going to come all the way down with both knees, back into tabletop, and then bring the hips back. Make sure the knees are wide, and for you slightly wider, Nikki, and stretch the arms. Bring the forehead down, keeping the toes tucked under. Good, and then inhaling, position the hands under the shoulders. Inhaling, come up to downward facing dog. Exhaling, bring the knees down. And then stretch hips back, stretch the arms, forehead. Again, inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, both knees down. Strong core, hips back, and stretch the spine, back, shoulders. Inhaling, coming up last time. And exhaling, bring the knees down, the hips back, and stretch. Now you can bring the big toes touching and spread the knees a little bit wider. If there's any tension on the upper back or you need a bit more space, you can cross the arms and then just rest the forehead on the upper arms. That's also fine. If your arms are stretched out, make sure that there's no weight on the elbows. And then inhaling, come back again to tabletop. Stomach in and stretch the right leg out. Bringing the stomach in, relaxing the upper back, making sure there's no tension there, but it's active because there's some weight on it, some weight on the hands, and the spine is supporting, the back muscles are supporting as well. We're going to come on the side for Vasisthasana variation. Make sure that the heel and the knee are in line, and the hands and the knee as well. Bringing the hips one on top of the other. Same with the shoulders. Inhaling, bring the arm up. And keep pressing down with the toes of the straightened leg to stretch as much as possible. To find all the stretch, especially from the hip towards the shoulder, fingertips. Good, and then bring the arm over, all the way over, stretching so the chest is and the arm are straight out, parallel to the floor. And then inhaling, lifting the top leg up. And exhaling, lowering down. Bringing the arm up. So we're going to do that sequence, okay? Inhaling, bring the arm parallel to the floor and lifting the leg up. Exhaling, lowering down, arm up. Inhaling, arm, then leg. Exhaling, leg, then arm. Again, inhaling, arm, lift up the leg. Exhaling, lowering the leg, lift up the arm. Good, and then we're going to thread from here. Inhaling, stretch, and exhaling, thread. Find that stretch on the waist, on the lower back. Inhaling, lift up. Exhaling, thread. Again, inhaling up the arm and exhaling, thread. Keep inhaling up and exhaling, thread. Good, and then bring the hand down. And we're going to do the other side. Align the wrist, the knee, and the ankle. Align the hips with each other, the shoulders. Making sure that the weight is not on the wrists, more on the fingertips. Inhale and bring the arm up. And keep stretching those toes away from you if possible, and then keep them active. Breathe down. Good, and then next inhalation, arm over and lifting up the leg. Exhaling, leg down and up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Good, inhale. Exhale. And once again, inhale and exhale. Very good. And now bring yourself on your knees and we're gonna bend forward in Sashankasana. And if you open the knees a little bit more, resting, relaxing the lower back, the waist muscles, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the whole body. And then inhaling, come up, shoulders down, and we do the threading now. Stretch the arms, inhaling, bring the arm up, and then exhaling, thread. Inhaling up, exhaling, thread. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more, inhale and exhale. Good, and then from here, come on your knees. We're going to do slightly back bend. Open the knees hip width apart. You can tuck the toes under to give a little bit more of security. If the knees are gentle, you can put a blanket under the knees. Otherwise, just push your hips forward. And when the shoulders are back, then we are already balanced, so point with the toes. And allow the hips to come as forward as possible. And remember, the head only goes back when the upper back is very active. So keep the shoulders back, the elbows back, actively coming as close as possible from behind, and then you can let go of the head. And then bring the chin to the chest, and then the hips to the back, and see if you can sit on the mat with the feet towards the side. If it's too challenging, you can place a block or a cushion under your hips. Good, and then from here, we're gonna come in the middle of the mat, almost to back, and then we're gonna rest the forearms. Good, and then try to bring the top of the crown of the head towards the mat. So we need to arch the spine as much as possible. Again, the upper back is very active. And if the upper back is active, you can let the head go back, even though you might think that the top of the crown of the head doesn't reach. It doesn't need to. It's just the journey towards that space. Keeping the knees and the hips parallel to each other. Fish pose. Keep breathing. Tongue to the upper palate if the head is back. Good, and then bring the chin to the chest, and then use the support of one hand and then the other one, and release one leg, release the other one, bring yourself in Konasana and pause. The body slightly towards the front, so the core is engaged, so it's safe for the hips. Relax the shoulders. Good, and then from here, stop the bouncing, bring the legs towards the back, position yourself in downward facing dog, or landing first in tabletop to come into downward facing dog. One step forward, And stretch the spine. Try to remember how we felt first time we came to the downward facing dog in the practice, and how does it feel now? If there's any difference, if it's any easier. Good, and then inhaling, bring the right leg up, open the hips, bend the knee, and holding down. Exhaling, bring the knee towards the opposite side. Inhaling, opening the leg out, open the hip, bend the knee, exhaling, knee towards the opposite side. Good, inhaling up, opening, bend the knee, exhaling, bend forward. If it's too much, Nikki, you can do it from tabletop. Inhaling, bend the knee, exhaling. So from tabletop would be like this, lifting up, opening, and then, yeah, if it feels better. One more, inhaling, everyone together, bend the knee, exhaling forward. Good, and then bring the foot down, stretch the back of the legs, bring the chest towards the thighs, and then inhaling, the opposite leg comes up, bend the knee, exhaling, twist, inhaling, lifting up, bend the knee, opening the hip, and then exhaling, forward twist. Inhaling up, open the hip, bend, and then forward. Good, and then feet down, both knees down, and then just a couple of breaths in Shavasana. Inhale and exhale. Gently inhaling, come up to sit on your heels. Keep looking down so you don't feel dizzy. Shoulders back and down. And then when you're ready, grab your blanket to get ready for Savasana. Well done for your practice. Now it's time to let go, to relax the body, to keep that heat, that warmth. And remember, in your Savasana, if you want to use some props, like cushion under the hips or under the knees, an eye pillow over your eyes, you can do what you want, make it yours. So you can be looking forward for your Savasana. Relax the whole body. Keep the gaze up, chin to chest. Completely surrendered of your physical body. Completely let go of the control of your breath. And just be. And enjoy the comfort, the relaxation, the recovery. Stay there for another 3 minutes. And as every day after the asana practice, if you can, try to do some meditation. 5 or 10 minutes is enough. Enjoy it, and I'll see you tomorrow.